Today we're going to cook a court-bouillon. Now usually a court-bouillon is cooked with redfish or catfish. But since Captain Albie took us out there and caught all those beautiful, delicious yellow edge grouper, I'm going to cook it with yellow edge grouper today. Now some people say, oh, grouper is too good a fish to put in a court-bouillon. But I say, why not use the best? So we're going to start off with 2 large Vidalia onions. Got 1 large bell pepper. I've also got some celery here. I'm going to get these 3 cooking. And when it's almost where I want it, that's when I'm going to add the garlic. Now this black iron pot I'm using right here really helps with the flavor. And this pot is actually at least 60 years old. It belonged to my late uncle, Hosey Thibodeau. He was a good cook, and he also liked to eat. You'll want to cook your onions until they're translucent. The culinary people call it al dente, but since I'm not a real chef, I'm just a Cajun cook, we'll say translucent. Now you can see the onions are al dente, and we Cajuns say we brown the onions, because you can see they are kind of brown too, some of them. Now I don't add the garlic until now, because I don't want my garlic to brown. If you brown your garlic too much, it gets bitter, and we don't want bitter garlic. Woo! Chef, now it's really starting to smell good. I'm going to add diced tomatoes with chili. With chilies, let me correct myself. It's not chili like you put on a hot dog. It is jalapenos. Hot peppers. Now I've separated my green onions. Here are the onion tops. Here are the stalks. I'm going to go ahead and put the stalks in now. And I'll save the onion tops until after I put the fish in, because I like to keep them green. It makes everything taste fresh and look real pretty. Look at all those beautiful colors. And believe me, it smells as good as it looks. Normally I like to cook my sauce for about 3 hours on a low fire, just let it simmer. But today, since we're kind of short on time, I'm going to cook it for about an hour. Don't worry, you don't have to sit here and watch the whole thing. One thing I like to add to all my gravies is a little can of mushroom steak sauce. And when I do a court-bouillon or a sauce piquant, I like to add a few olives with a little bit of olive juice. Here's some beautiful yellow edge grouper that I caught with Captain Albie of Master Plan Charters. Awesome trip. Now we add the fish. Now that the sauce is done, once you put your fish in, you want to spread it around where it goes fairly quickly, because you don't want to stir it, because you don't want the fish to break up. If you stir it, it will fall to pieces and still be good, but won't have the same look. Spreading the fish out evenly throughout the pot. Now if you notice, the sauce looked not real watery, like you wouldn't have much of a gravy. But once you put the fish in, a lot of water comes out of the fish. That's why I don't add water to my sauce. Now I'm going to take the seasoning, which is salt, black pepper, and red pepper. Put a little, not too much, because the tomatoes with chilies had salt in it already and spice from the chilies. Then I add my onion tops, so they stay nice and green. Turn up the heat just a little bit, bring it up to where it's bubbling again. Put the cover on. Once you put your fish in, turn the heat up a little bit, get it really bubbling good. Put the cover on, about 10 minutes your fish is done. If you want to, after 3 or 4 minutes, you can take the pot and shake it a little bit. So like I was saying, you don't want to stir it and break the fish up, but you can take the pot and shake it to make sure it's not sticking. After all this work, you don't want to come back and find that the bottom is all brown and stuck and burnt. All right, court-bouillon is ready. Ooh, doesn't that look good? I bought a can of sweet yellow corn and a can of white corn, just for a side dish. Put a little salt, red pepper, black pepper. I know it's hard to believe, but I did add a little butter. And look, I know it's not healthy to eat a lot of butter, not good for your arteries. But we do have a really good hospital here, Pivotal Regional Medical Center. Now we're ready. I'm gonna put a little bit of corn on the side here. And there you have it. Casting Cajun Court-Bouillon with sweet corn.